Happy Sweet New Year to everybody. It is January 2nd of 2022 and we are here at Hershey Park. It will be the last operating day of Hershey Park for the 2021 season. So it runs till January 2nd, 2022, which is today. It is actually very warm out here. And so, yeah, for January, it's kind of warm. So the ride should be going good today, and so we're going to have fun. But what I would like to update you on some things today. We have been seeing brand new markings. So we're going to take a look at those. As I said in the one video I had, Hershey has been marking things for the expansion out here. Chocolate Town with all this was the first phase. And they're going to be building out more that way. In this field and back where the coaster sits. And they know, I think they have an idea of what they're doing. They already have it in mind. So, what we have seen today there were some more flags, markings, things that we are seeing that are giving us more of an idea. Now, like this. That's water. That's a water. It's a water marking. And there's a water marking right now, right here. W. Looks like a W for water. If you look over here, pointing to that line over there, gas or sewer line. There have been some fresh markings coming around today that we saw, brand new. There's another water marking, and there's a spot here, and it looks fresh. And they're back here too, right there. And right here, they're fresh. Yellow markings. Also, something very interesting we found, little yellow arrows. Yellow markings with yellow arrows pointing up this way. And on the other side of this too. Where's the other one? Here it is. Right here. These are fresh. They're like little arrows, yellow arrows. Signifies. So there's stuff coming. They are putting brand new markings on this. As I said in my last video, for what's going to change here, Hershey Park, in the next little while here. They got all of this marked fresh, as I said, so this was just recent. Marked here, back here. Now, that's what it is. It's yellow for natural gas. So all this is gas line. They are marking all these gas lines up here. But here's the real thing. You go back further here, right there, right back here. And these are fresh. Sorry, I said 1,000 times. But look at where it's pointing. They're all pointing out that way. They're gas lines pointing out that way towards the coaster. So, yeah, very interesting. It's a electrical line there. Now here's something we noticed today. This area here is going to be I do not believe anything new will be coming in here this year. I don't think so. I can almost guarantee, because if something were coming in this little circle area right this year, by this time they would have started digging for something to start coming in here this year. You know, I don't see any of that happening for this year. So now, where I'm standing, it's the back area of Chocolate World. The back door of Chocolate World is over there. So when you come out this back way, you're looking at the one back side of Chocolate Town, because the entrance and the main gate is on the other side. But what's being pointed out here for the expansion of Chocolate Town, there's so much more going to happen in Chocolate Town. They are just starting to mark it out. They're putting more numbers, markings, and keeping it fresh. Now, isn't it interesting? There are numbers on these sewer lines, these drains, on the drains. There's the one there. There are numbers on this drain. And there's a number on that drain, a number on that drain over there, this drain over here, and all these other drains up here. Numbers on them, painted numbers. My belief is they are numbering and marking these drains, because if you think about it, these drains are pointing out that area, the drainage system. So yeah, there are numbers on all these drains. My belief is the fact that they are, I don't know if they're going to do more with the drainage system or expand the drainage system when they start building out further into the area back here and out there. Gas line, sewer lines, water lines, you know, all that is starting to be marked and, you know, planned out right now. Now, I will say this right now. Nothing, that doesn't mean in an immediate moment that everything is going to be dug up and done for what this expansion is. this first phase of Chocolatetown, everything you see here, everything that is standing here from where the new tram circle sits to the main gate, to the restaurant, to those buildings over there, the roller coaster, the whole entire new Chocolatetown area, all together within the planning and everything, I think took probably more than five years. Planning it. You know, they had this whole area planned for years. But the way of going through it, marking, digging, construction, and everything on it, I think we were seeing signs. They closed. They closed the park finally for Tudor Square in the end of 2018. The end of 2018, I believe it was, when they shut off Tudor Square. And they tore down Tudor Square altogether. And they tore it down immediately. The final day of Candy Lane. After that, the next day, there was a fence up through that whole area. From where the tram center was to the front gate, they had that thing torn down. They got it up quick. But the phase to have all of this done took I'd say about 2 years. Because they had to mark everything out. We were seeing markings and stuff, little dots, little tiny things we were pointing out. You know, we didn't have big idea or things that we were seeing immediately. It was only very, close to the naked eye that you had to take notice that things were looking temporary. We were seeing little dots, little spray painted dots in some areas of the old Tudor Circle. You looked at some things that were permanent, that small things that were permanent that they start taking out, and putting temporary things in for a reason that they didn't have to, other than we were finding out that the whole entire area was going to be demolished, and this whole thing was going to be brand new. So nothing brand new was being done in that area. Not to say everything was just starting to be let go. In the old Tudor Village, the old main gate, there were trees by the gate. I took notice, a little while that they cut down some of those trees. They were starting to cut down. I saw 1 or 2 trees being cut down that were gone, that I clearly knew were not that old. Some of those trees did not look that old, and they had just cut them down. And I thought, why? Why are they starting to trim some of these trees back? Why are they thinking about cutting these down? Well, this area, I believe, was getting prepared to be done. Having said that, this took time. This was not in a 1 year basis. This was planned for years. They had to think through this. The marking for the coaster, the plans of it, the way it was built, planned out very carefully. So they're going to now. This is phase 1, Chocolatetown. Phase 2 is starting. This is phase 2. A very small start to phase 2. We are seeing more signs of these markings, different things. These aren't just markings, for coaster enthusiasts, they are pointing to something, So, but yeah, that's what's going on here. There are a ton of more markings up there that way too. But we'll get to that another time. But they are starting. They're planning this out. Nothing big will be in this area this year. I don't think so. But this is the starting phase of the second phase. So keep tuned. I will have updates on this. And you all have a great new year. And we have some things for you in 2022.